Your operations are the heartbeat to your business. I created this podcast to help you balance your childlike innovation with parent-like efficiency. Welcome to Daily Ops Boost. Team, welcome back into another Daily Ops Boost. I wanted to chat a little bit about something that's a little bit more niche, a little bit more specific. Some of this might not apply to you right now, but I can almost guarantee you at some point you will work with creative teams. And creative teams are so cool, right? And they're so fun to work with, working with creatives on a regular basis, whether you have a production team, whether you have an in-house content team that is helping you create content just like this. It is one of the hardest departments to manage because you are balancing the creative mind with the organization and operational excellence that you're wanting to uphold within the company. And there is a balance between allowing that creative to run free, where the best work is often done, and combining organization, structure, and framework to these teams. And I'd be lying if I said I had the perfect formula for being able to manage creative teams and creative at a high level. But what I will say is that it is a constant iteration. It is a constant balance and give and take between you and your creative team and the structures that you put in place for them, and making sure that there is some structure and certain things are done in a very specific way. But then when it comes to the creative process, allowing that freedom, allowing them to stretch their minds, because that's when they're going to do their best work, is when they're not boxed in to these four walls where it is expected that they do something a specific way, the same way, in a very rhythmic way. Sometimes you need to introduce a little bit of chaos into the creative side of the department, because that is where the genius is often had with working with creative teams. So I don't know what really made me want to make this. Maybe it was, Tyler and myself working more and more on our creative structure and our creative process, and continuing to find the balance between, hey, we got to have some structure and we have to have formulas. And even now we're looking into more of our script writing and how we hook people in and how we formulate a lot of our content. But on the other half, there still needs to be this creativity, this side of a little bit more chaotic pace that we go at. Because here's the thing: is if you start to box your creative team into four walls, and those walls start to get constricted and tighter, right? They become less involved. They become less passionate about the projects that they're working on with you. So it is a give and it's a take, and you have to be willing to give a little bit of freedom while also being able to have some structure. And you'll learn as you go along what areas that you are going to want more structure, right? Especially with things like our script writing, how we flow things through our project management software. Those are all things that we have pretty tight SOPs around. But when it comes to us and our creativity, how the edits flow and styles that we're trying to mix in, of course, like we have our standards, but there has to be a little bit of that freedom to give them the space to run, breathe, kind of like a wild stallion out in the field, right? Just letting them run loose a little bit. That's when they do their best work. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. If you're managing creative teams, find that balance, right? And we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Daily Ops Boost. We really appreciate your attention. If you're loving the podcast format that we do here, you're going to absolutely love our YouTube content. It's a little bit more long form, and we also do a live stream every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's called Agency Therapy. We'd love to see you there. Go check us out on YouTube.